I was born with a terrible sense of direction. Story time. No one or none of them answered my calls or messages. Julian finally realized what he had just admitted. His fingers froze on the screen, and a look of embarrassment crossed his face. My bad, I misremembered. You weren't there. I wanted to call you, but that store only sells dresses, and you don't really wear them. I didn't say a word. I just stared at him. He reached out to pat my head, but I flinched away. Are you jealous? I'll take you shopping next week and buy you a couple of outfits. How does that sound? Maybe because I hadn't replied in the chat for a while, Sasha initiated a group FaceTime call. I didn't answer. Julian picked up and handed the phone to me. Chloe, why aren't you picking? Sasha asked. Is it really that hard? Julian whispered next to me. Just pick one. Otherwise, she'll think you haven't forgiven her, and she won't sleep tonight. I let out a soft laugh, refusing to give him what he wanted. They both look great. Pick whichever you want. Sasha complained that I was being half-hearted, but when we met at the amusement park in trance the next day, she was wearing the blue dress. She had chosen Ethan's pick. A flicker of disappointment crossed Julian's face. Sasha sent the two guys off to buy drinks and queue up, while she held my hand, walking slowly behind. I knew you wouldn't really hold a grudge. After all, we're best friends. I just smiled and didn't reply. Since it was opening day, the park was packed. Most people were there for the giant Ferris wheel, but when it was finally our turn, Ethan and Julian started arguing over who would sit with Sasha. Ethan said, "You're Chloe's brother. Of course she should sit with her." Julian retorted stubbornly. Sasha wore the dress she picked. To be fair, she should sit with me. The people in line behind us were getting impatient. Some began to grumble. Are you guys getting on or what? Go argue somewhere else. Are they stupid? Why don't the three of them just share one carriage? Is there really a need to fight? The two of them snapped back in unison. Who wants to sit with him? But in the end, the three of them got into one carriage anyway. Their excuse was that a single carriage would be roomier for me. So, Julian and Ethan generously let me ride alone. Sasha pressed her face against the glass, looking down at me with puppy dog eyes. I'm so jealous that you get a whole carriage to yourself while I have to squeeze in with these two. The girl standing behind me in line whispered to her boyfriend, "Is she serious? That's such an obvious, disgusting humble brag. Keep your eyes open. That right there is a toxic girl. If you ever fall for that kind of act, I will kill you." I instinctively looked back at her. She looked a bit embarrassed and quickly apologized. "Sorry, I was just joking. Don't mind me." I didn't blame her. After all, she was just telling the truth. The ticket collector couldn't stand it either. He chimed in kindly, "Don't sweat it, kid. I'll call my son to come over and ride with you. Heck, you can go around twice." He actually pulled out his phone. I smiled and waved my hand. "It's fine, thank you. I actually prefer being alone." When I got off the Ferris wheel, the three of them were gone again. This time, I didn't panic or look for them. I calmly pulled out my phone and ordered an Uber home. My dad was home on his day off. He was surprised to see me back so early. "Back already? Have you eaten? Where's Julian?" I didn't answer. I sat down next to him and rested my head on his shoulder. "Dad, I want to go on an exchange program abroad next semester. What do you think?" "Of course. Go see the world while you're young. It's a great opportunity. With Julian with you, I'll feel safe." I shook my head. "Julian isn't going. We're adults now, Dad. We have our own paths. I can't drag him into something he doesn't want to do." My dad hesitated. "But you've never traveled far by yourself."